Hold up.
I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today I want to talk about feeling good. It's so important for us to feel good. If you reflect, our our nature is to want to feel good all the time. All of us want to feel good. It's something that comes natural to us, yet we resist it so much. We want that comfortable mattress so that we can feel good when we sleep. We want that home that gives us security, that gives us comfort so that we feel good. Basically, everything that we're unconsciously, or in most cases consciously doing, it's to make us feel good because feeling good is part of us. It's part of nature. And we resist feeling good. How do we do that? Even healing, recovery, all of this can only happen when we feel good. Let me give you an example of someone who has millions and billions of dollars, but they don't feel good about themselves, so they never enjoy the wealth that they have. Or let's talk about someone who has the greatest health, okay, but they don't feel good about themselves or other things going on in their life. They can't enjoy that health because they're feeling miserable inside all the time. So feeling good is natural to us, and the more we embrace it, the more we embrace instances in our life or things that we already have, we start to feel good. We connect with the universe. When I'm talking about connection with the universe, I'm not talking about it in an airy-fairy way. I'm talking about nature. We are connected to nature, period. That's why when the sun shines, you feel good. When it's gloomy weather, you don't feel so good. Most people, the weather controls how we feel. Nature controls our biorhythms, our circadian rhythm, and everything. So there's no debate on the subject that we are connected with nature. Nature influences us. Whatever happens in nature, outside, external environment influences us. So how do we feel good? We feel good the moment we decide to stop feeling bad. We've gotten so addicted to feeling bad about everything all the time and then building on that feeling and making it more and more and more. Of course, there are going to be struggles in life. Of course, you're not going to have that perfect day where everything goes your way. Of course, you're not going to have that perfect health. I wish for you to have that perfect health all through your life, but maybe you want. Fit people get sick. Okay, you may be working on your immune system and then you get a cold and cough and you start feeling so bad about yourself, but I took vitamin C, I took zinc, I took ashwagandha, I did all of that stuff. Feel bad for a little while, but then get back to feeling good. Get back to feeling good that, hey, I can recover with just maybe a little bit of rest and I don't have to be on steroids, I don't have to be on a ventilator, I don't have to be in the ICU. So the key to feeling good is deciding to stop feeling bad. The problem is most of us have put a reason for our happiness. If you put a reason for your happiness, what happens when the reason isn't there? Example, I'll feel happy only when I look good and I lose weight. What happens when you put on weight? Are you going to be unhappy all that while you put on that weight and while you take that time to lose it? I'll only be happy when I can buy that expensive car. So until you get that expensive car, are you going to be sad? Are you going to be miserable? The point is, when we don't feel good, our cellular health basically starts to deteriorate. We're not in homeostasis when we don't feel good. Now think about this, reflect. When you feel good, what happens? Your posture's better, your skin glows, you feel good, you feel like sharing, you feel like giving, you feel like hugging people. You feel good about yourself, you're motivated to work, you're inspired to give your best. Can you do the same when you do not feel good? And the answer is no, it's impossible. Then it becomes a struggle. You gotta wake up and say, I hate this job, but I gotta go to work. It's my livelihood. I hate exercise, but I gotta do it. I hate to eat well. Your struggle then becomes a habit. It becomes a habit that you get accustomed to, that you get addicted to, and you gotta break that habit. So I'll feel good when I lose weight. I'll feel good when I find love. When someone loves me, I'll feel good. I'll feel good when I get that promotion. I'll feel good when I buy that car. These are all reasons that you are putting for your happiness and to feel good. These reasons can be taken away. You may never achieve these reasons. So we are putting an outcome or a result before a feeling. Now that's wrong. Set your results, set your goals, set the outcome that you want. But it doesn't mean that you don't feel good while you're waiting for that outcome and result. And that's why people feel miserable. And then They want the outcome faster and faster, so they try to searching for instant gratification, shortcuts, and all of that stuff. And we know that doesn't work. Everyone knows it doesn't work. The main thing about feeling good is our fear. We use fear as a shield to protect us against disappointment, rejection. What if it doesn't happen to us? You see, fear is a natural way to protect yourself and stay in control. Most human beings want to control every second, every minute, every hour, every person, whatever's happening in their life. And you use fear as a way to stay in control. So you don't allow yourself to feel good because you're disappointed. Most people, when things go well for them, they're like, this is too good to be true. Why is it too good to be true? Why can't you just receive it? Don't you deserve it? Don't you feel worthy of it? Do you think the universe or life is doing you a favor by giving you something good that makes you feel good? We need to change that limiting mindset to we are worthy of good health. We are deserving of love. We are deserving. And it may not come the way you want it to be. That's you trying to be in control. Love can come to you in so many different ways. Good health can come through bad health. Sometimes someone has to fall sick to wake them up from their bad lifestyle and motivate and inspire them to live a good lifestyle. So you see, a lot of goodness comes to us in different packages. It doesn't come the way you want it to be. The way we all want it to be will be our ideal way. But it doesn't have to be that way, so we reject it. We put fear. When good things happen, we're already like, when is it going to end? Everything ends. Nothing's permanent. Your life isn't permanent. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes. There are phases. When the phase is good, enjoy it, appreciate it. When the phase is bad, remember the good phases and also know that the bad phase will end. It has to end. Think of a bad phase in your life that hasn't ended. Don't think about a bad phase that you may be stuck in right now. I'm talking about a bad phase that has ended. Also think about the good times that have gone on for a while and then ended. But then you still had more good times that came later. But we use fear. We use fear. We're currently stuck in a world, basically, that projects fear into us all the time. We're used to the fearful projections of the world. Like, we believe that there's so much fear that we've lost trust that good things can happen. Amongst COVID and the pandemic, yes, there was loss, there was fear, there was anguish, there was grief. But what are some of the good things that did happen? So the fearful projections of the world keep us from trusting that good things can happen in our life. And when we're close to the good things and we don't want to see them, what do you get to see? Only the bad things. You only get to experience the bad things. It's as simple as that. If you want to see the light, you'll open up your eyes to see the light. You may have the best eyesight in the world, but if you're closed to light, you will only see darkness. It's as simple as that. And that is controlled by our belief systems and our patterns. Yes, there's stuff that goes on in the world, in every family, in every relationship, in corporate worlds, and offices, in your own personal life. But do you trust that things can get better? Do you also see all the goodness that exists in life? So the whole point is, there are struggles, there are ups and downs, there's bad, there's evil, there's jealousy, there's lust. All of these things exist whether you like it or not. Stop pretending that everyone has to be good and can be good. Some people cannot. And you got to be okay with that. You got to make the change. You can't sit around expecting everyone to change according to your ideals. You still have the choice to decide what you want to do. Stay, walk out, make a difference, move on. That is your choice. But becoming more and more miserable because you want to stay in control limits you. The other person may never change, but it limits you and it just adds to more and more misery, and that takes you away from feeling good. There are so many people who right now, if they close their eyes and they reflect on the things that are going well for them, okay, you'll see it. But yet you'll find that you're focusing on all the things that are not going well for you. So the key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. A perfect day doesn't mean it has to be a day without struggles. A perfect day could have had ups and downs, but you've chose to make it perfect because you focus on the things that you have, the things that are going well, the things that you can be grateful for, the divine grace that you found in your day. It could still be a bad day, but it could have been a great day and one bad thing happened, but you label the entire day as a bad day. What about the good things that happen in your day? So the things I'm talking about are not easy. They're easy for me to say, but they're not impossible to do. We do it with practice by training our minds to look for goodness in our lives, in ourselves, in other people. You may have someone you don't like, but are you only looking at the bad points? What about the good points? When relationships fail, people only talk about the things that went wrong. What about the things that went right, if there were things that went right? Because there are some relationships also where nothing went right, and that's okay. The point is, our minds are so trained in looking for things that don't work, looking for negativity, looking for all of these things, because we become addicted to it. We've become addicted to it. We're too scared to look or expect goodness in someone or life. You're not going to attract it into your life if you don't expect it and you can't find it. The only way you can align with the universe or the laws of nature is when you release this resistance of feeling good. There are so many instances from the time you woke up till right now where reflect right now and you'll see those instances where you felt good. Maybe that cup of coffee, tea, maybe your child, the smile you got when you woke up, that hug that your partner gave you, a good call that you had in the morning, a great breakfast that you had. Maybe you fasted 12 hours and you're feeling fantastic. These are good things that you can also focus on. But we choose to put all the energy on the bad things. So we have fear-based beliefs and patterns. I'm too ugly. No one will love me. Okay, I'm bad at relationships. We carelessly say these things. Well, if you're bad at relationships, it's not solving your problem in any way. You're just strengthening a limiting pattern, a limiting belief system. You don't want to break it down and say, oh, relationships don't work for me. No, they work for you. Maybe it doesn't work for your mindset. Maybe it doesn't work for the way you think, your perception, your expectations, the fear that you're shielding yourself with. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. The relationship is just a relationship. The emotion you put with it and your perception decides whether it's going to work out or not work out. It's as simple as that. So we got to release resistance of feeling good. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to feel good at every instant in your life because that's what's natural. That's what comes naturally to us. Disease. What is disease? Okay, dis-ease, disease. When we're healthy, we feel good. When we have disease, we have discomfort. When the discomfort is removed, we feel good again. Now imagine you feel better today, but you're filled with worry. What if it happens again? What if it happens again? Yes, your fears are valid, but they cannot become your life story. They cannot become your pattern. Okay, fine. I'm in remission right now. But what if the cancer comes back? Enjoy the remission. Take the action points that your doctor's given you, your nutritionist, your life, whatever it is. Action those points. But you living in fear, you're not able to enjoy the very fact that you're in remission. The very fact that your bypass is successful and you have a new life. The very fact that your diabetes is reversed. The very fact that your old relationship is out and you're in a new relationship. You get into a new relationship and you're like, oh no, what if the same things happen again from the old relationship? What if this happens? Oh, I see a similar behavior trait. Oh no, he's like that guy. She's like that girl in my previous relationship. You're not releasing the resistance, the feeling good and enjoying what you have right in front of you. And you can never be happy. You can never ever be happy when you have a reason. All of us have reasons for our happiness, but my question to you is, what when we take away that reason? A lot of moms and dads, and I've had that feeling having a child, oh, my life is my child, my happiness is my child, all of that. What if your child's taken away from you? Does that mean your happiness and everything ends? Of course, it's going to be devastating for all of us. But we can never, never make happiness conditional. Never. We have to decide right now that be happy. You may go through grief, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. That's your emotion. It's how deep it is for you. But at some point, you got to decide that we have to be happy irrespective of life. Otherwise, we're living like slaves to every single negative emotion. So you got to feel good. One of the most powerful affirmations that we can walk through the day with is, I am looked after. I am truly taken care of. Such a powerful, simple affirmation where we surrender to life to look after us. Now what happens, happens. We're not in control of that. The moment human beings decide to release control of what they cannot control, but they're protecting it with fear. The people who try to control have a lot of fear in them. And that's not a bad thing. They have the fear of losing control. That is a fear. And when you work with that fear and you just release and say, I'm strong enough to face whatever happens. I'm releasing this fear today. Your life starts to change. Everything good in your life, you can feel it. You can feel it. You've heard a lot of people saying, oh, that person has so much, they're so ungrateful, they're always complaining. They're not ungrateful in most cases. They just can't feel and see the goodness because they have so much of darkness that they're only focusing on. There's a little bit of good in everyone. We may not like certain people, we may have difficult people in our life, but you have the power to make a choice and decision. Try to start training your brain to also look for goodness in people, goodness in events, goodness in situations, goodness in the worst things. Train your mind. It's a very exciting exercise to do. Okay, this bad thing happened. Let's try to find some good in it. It just changes and shifts your energy. It's a beautiful game to even play with your children. I do that with my daughter. We talk about the pandemic and the deaths and all. I say, yeah, this is bad, bad, bad. What good do you see in this whole thing? And she'll find something good. I don't have to go to school. That makes her feel good. That's a good thing. She feels good about it. So the whole point is let's train our minds to start searching for goodness. A negative mind will only look for negativity. An angry mind will only look for anger. So we have to understand we have both sides. There is no one perfect. I have a dark side, I have a bright side. So do you. Yin yang. No one can change that. You can hide behind spiritual books. All of that stuff doesn't change the fact that we have a good and dark side. But we can tame it. We can tame the dark side. We can take lessons from there. We can channel energy into goodness. That is possible. That is 100% possible. So when you learn to feel good about what you have and about yourself, I can guarantee you feel connected with nature. You feel connected with nature. And when you're connected with nature, everything changes in your life. That bad relationship, health, everything. And if it's not meant to change, maybe you got to make some change. You have the power to make a decision at every single point. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care. It's all about you. The key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad.